Alright, cocksuckers. Welcome to the channel. First episode of this podcast. I'm probably going to call it episode 0. Uh, naming this channel Historically Inaccurate. I'm just trying to going to go over, theories and conspiracy theories mostly. Just thoughts and rambles. Because my coworkers are getting tired of my shit. So I'm going to try to sit here and explain, just my thoughts of the world. That's why it's historically inaccurate, because I'll most likely be wrong or have inconsistencies in stories I have. That's why I have my computer set up, so maybe I'll have more information on a topic that I think I know, just in case. This is all off the dome. It's just me going to be rambling. I just wanted to start with why. Oh, I mean, like when, I guess, not why. When I started this kind of like rambling, I've always been a big history nut. I haven't always read books and stuff, so I've been trying for this podcast at least, reading more books to, get a grasp on what's going on around me. Because I've been more of a looker and not a thinker. I've barely thought anything my whole life. You know what I mean? My own thoughts, my own. I don't even look good. Like, I might be a looker more than a thinker, but you know what I mean? I'm like not even that good of a looker. So I don't know, start using my brain a little bit more, turn on, make sure I can have my all thoughts together and stuff. But I've been really into the Kennedy stuff. Back when I was a younger boy, I always was obsessed with why our president, you know, was assassinated, who did it, what was the motive, Um, so, did we know that Oswald at least shot towards him? There was 3 bullets that were shot at Mr. Kennedy. Only 2 of them hit. One of them hit I think it was like a piece of the road that was nearby that was found. But we got to really I really want to dig in deep why, because it felt like nobody really gave a shit for a couple years. They all just blamed it on Oswald, and I just want to dig a little deeper into stuff like this. It doesn't have to be just about Kennedy. This first episode is probably going to be a lot about Kennedy. Maybe some other stuff that me and my coworkers brought up. Some rambles. But yeah. So 1963, he was shot in November. It's like 22. Good number, by the way, 22. He was on his way to, I think, a meeting with the CIA about Project Northwood. Now, Project Northwood was a plan the CIA had made to bomb Miami, so we could go to war with Cuba. They had I think it was called like Bay of Pigs operation in Cuba, where they had a bunch of Cubans try to, start like a war in there, and that failed miserably. Like that, the government was just a joke. It looked really embarrassing for Kennedy and stuff. So they had a plan to go and bomb Miami, Florida, and Kennedy was not about it. Pretty sure he was the main one who took it down, made sure we didn't do it. And I feel like it pissed the CIA off enough to, want to murder him, because they felt like they couldn't do anything with Kennedy. And I've seen some videos, man. I'm not going to say that I know fucking everything about this goddamn conspiracy. I mean, 3 bullets. Do we really think Oswald shot the president in 3 different spots in different locations? It's kind of hard to do, especially when you're not that good. Because I mean, the first shot completely missed. The second shot, pretty sure, hit him in the neck, and the third shot hit him in the face. The autopsy in Dallas is different. For one, I think the CIA did 2 different autopsies of JFK. So, let's see. Why? See, okay, so yeah, the first autopsy was in autopsies. So the first one was in Dallas. They immediately just, right after he got shot, took him to Dallas, and he was autopsied there. And then he was taken to Maryland. It's called Bethesda Naval Hospital, Naval, whatever. And I'm 90% sure that the autopsies were different. Why two different? And where? Let's see. Shit. It's kind of hard to do this, trying to learn at the same time as talking. So if there's, parts of me being quiet, I'll try to, I don't know, do something. I'll probably just let it happen. Because, I mean, this is just a pilot. I'm just trying to get this out. I'm not really focused on the quality of this podcast. So if it looks weird or I get distracted by gameplay, like, why didn't I fucking punch that Moira? But yeah, so he did have two different autopsies that said different things, which is really weird to me. The more official one was like the one that happened immediately after his assassination, I feel like was more accurate. And then I feel like the one that happened in Maryland was just more of a cover up. And I remember there being a picture I saw, JFK autopsy picture. Let's see if I can find. Okay, yeah, so there is a picture, and I'm looking right at it. I know you guys can't see it. Of JFK and his brains. I mean, his face looks completely fine, but I feel like in the video, the bullet didn't enter the top of his skull. It shows that it pierced the back of his head, like the top of his kind of forehead. Like it didn't touch his face. But I don't know. Personally, the video it felt like his face was blown off. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Uh, let's look up a video here. JFK assassination video. Let's sit here and watch it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering some of the details here. But in my eyes, I mean, what does this have to do with anything? The autopsy. Okay, I don't know. See, it's just rambling. I'm just rambling. This video's not even gonna load. Of course it's not. Why would the video want to load? You know what I mean? I'm trying to break some facts here from the government, and they know. Okay. Here we go. The video loaded. He's driving up. He's talking. The first shot, and then he just got hit with the second one in the neck. And look right there. Okay, I know you can't see. I know you can't see it. His face was shot in this video. You can see his. And I'm going to go to the autopsy report right now. This does not look the same. I mean, maybe. I just can't see. So he gets shot in the neck. He's limped over. I'm going to put it in a slower playback speed. Here we go. Put it like 25 playback speed. And it's just, the side of his face is gone. And the autopsy report just does not look the same. And I don't know. I'm not a fucking blood analyst expert or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, look at the blood splatter." No, I mean, it could look different because his face is all bloody now and he's, I don't know, a limp corpse. But it just, something just does not feel right here. And in my personal belief, he definitely was not just shot by Oswald. Okay, this when did Project Northwood, Northwood? When did this happen? 1962. A year later. Okay, I'm gonna scream. That probably peaked my mic. A year later, after after they oh my god, that's just crazy. That JFK. Now, when did JFK abolish this? Let's see. Because it's like they wanted to bomb Miami. That's just a fact. It's written right here. They wanted to bomb Miami. That just, this is the reason why I really wanted to start this, because people don't see the government, our government, the US of A, wants you to be feared by them, right? It's fear. They would be willing to bomb their own country to make you go to war for them. And people are, they just either don't know or they don't care, and that's truly why I'm here, because I was the type to not care. I knew the government was fucked, and there's things that they're not telling us and doing. I mean, think about all the classified files. Why are these files classified? Why do they have classified files? I get it, like, for other countries wise. It's like, we don't want China or Russia to know what we're doing. So yeah, there should be some hidden stuff that the public doesn't know, like war efforts wise, tactics wise. But like UFOs or the assassination of our president, why are these classified? Sorry, that Doom was setting up a bunch. I just wanted to. I got a little distracted, but they're just hiding stuff from us, and it just feels like nobody cares. They're just letting it do it, and I don't know, man. I just want people to think, That's truly what I want. I want, if I can help. Oh God, there's a dick in my throat. Sorry. Oh, there's a big old penis in my throat. If I can help somebody, think, get out of the mindset, get out of the brainwash. What do I mean by brainwash? It's like you're doom scrolling and you're Overwatch playing, and just constantly not thinking about what's going on around you. I mean, we're sending billions of dollars to a country any of us average person barely know about. I bet you, if you go and ask friends, family, ask them who we're sending money to and why, they just wouldn't know. They'd probably just say Iran. I mean, everybody knows that. We're sending money to Iran, of course. But how much, what's the reason? Is it because we're just going to war? That's it? Stuff like that. And it's just... and I'm going to be... I don't have much detailed research right now. Like, I'm not fucking, this book by Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know any, sources or anything. I'm not the greatest at this so far. It's going to be a work in progress. I mean, everybody here knows that it's just going to be a work in progress. I mean, the two people are going to accidentally click on this video and listen to it and be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What the fuck? But it definitely, I don't know, it just really feels like the world is collapsing around us. Guys, everything's going to shit. And, we might be going to war soon. And that's a serious thing that just nobody, I feel, personally, I'm not saying that nobody literally, doesn't care about this. I'm just saying personally, around me in the state of Alabama where I live, nobody really gives a fuck. And I don't know, it's depressing because ever since 9/11, with looking into, higher security for its people, like why, if a terrorist group that wanted to kill America came in to the United States, hijacked planes, why are we making life harder for the U.S. citizens who were under this attack? You know, after 9/11, they just clamped down on security. 9/11 security. Wait, 9/11. Wait, hold on. Laws that happened right after 9/11. Right after. Let's see. So, yes, the U.S. Patriot Act. It happened literally a month after, and they just significantly expanded all of the intelligence and law enforcement laws against the average U.S. citizen to spy on all of us more. And you're thinking, yeah, well, of course. I mean, terrorists snuck in, and that has nothing to do with us. Why are they spying on us more? Because people from another country, came in, and it's like, oh, well, they could have been using phones. It's like think of all the phones that were available in 2001, September 2001, before these planes hit. Think about what kind of phones people were using. I mean, they were bricks practically. And now we have moved on. Like, I'm staring at my iPhone right now. This is a lot different from the phones they had. And these spy programs have only advanced in the past 24 years. They don't just have a brick anymore. They have these, fucking giga fucking spy. Like, I have 3 cameras on my phone. I have a microphone that is just always hears me. That is completely different from any technology they could have had back in the day. It's completely different from all the spying they could have done. Because instead of monitoring your phone calls, like if it was just monitoring your phone calls, like if I made a call and I said I'm going to bomb so and so, and it spiked some flag or something, it flagged some kind of thing that made them look into me. That's fine, I understand, but it's gone so far beyond that. It is just transcended to this complete Big Brother program. Like, I can't do anything without them seeing and knowing about it. And I don't know. That's, oh yeah, look at that. Did you see me kill a Mercy? They just want you not thinking about it. And TikTok and the Instagram Reels and stuff is a big, it's a big factor into what they want us to do. They don't want you listening to people talk about how they're fucking you. They don't want you to read books on how the government handles things. They want you scrolling on TikTok. They want you just mindless. And I'm not saying I don't do it. I've done it a lot less in the past month. Because I'm just trying to think about it. I have so many problems as a U.S. citizen. Now, it's not homelessness and starvation and, horrible things that are happening to a lot of people in the world, but I'm not them. I have to think about me and my family and all the stuff we're going through. And I'm pretty much normal. I'm a normal human being. I mean, I speak for a lot of people around me. It's like we can't change anything that's going on as a group. And I've slowly realized that it's like you talk about like talking to my coworkers and just rambling on about stuff. Like I get stupid sometimes. Cut off your dick. That's what they want you to do. Cut off your dick. Genderless alien. Stuff like that. And I know it's funny. I try to play it up a bit and be funny. But I'm genuinely scared. Chat, YouTube, whatever. I say chat. I'm probably going to say it a couple times. I'm genuinely scared. And I'm not gonna say that I can make any change. I'm not gonna say that I can make any promises to do anything for us. But maybe a group of people will listen to this and just instead of just doom scrolling and saying you hate yourself, maybe you can think about what's going on in the world around you and help yourself. That's all we can really do is help ourselves. We can't help millions of people on the other side of the earth. We can't help a person who lives an hour away. If they're doom scrolling to TikTok. If they're scrolling to TikTok and taking drugs up the ass and just hate their lives, there's nothing we can do for them. It's all in their hands. We can talk. We can try to change their mind. That's that's all we got. And hopefully, this rant, well, not this one specifically, but these, oh my God, kill him. Jesus Christ. These rants will help somebody. I don't know. The average fucking person who watches Overwatch will see the fucking thumbnail and be like, what the hell is this? But that's all this is. This is an effort to help. And maybe you won't do anything, especially if I just give up. You got to at least try for a couple months, a couple years. Just talking to myself, explaining how life is. And maybe we can get to the bottom of something. Maybe we can get to the bottom of some change. Maybe as a group we can all change together and stop, feeding into their distractions. Like I love this game. The gameplay you're watching is one of my favorite games in the world, but it's just a distraction. It keeps me from living my life and doing the things that I want to do. Because purely I'm addicted. I'm addicted to Overwatch. If I have $30 left and I just ate half a sandwich from Subway, I'm probably gonna buy a skin for Doomfist. You know what I'm saying? My bills are due. Shit, I got debt. Hell yeah, I got debt. I own 2 motorcycles. I'm in debt. But goddamn, I can say bottomless stupidity over and over again for $20 and a skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy that skin. It's addiction, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of us have this problem, the same problems, and just getting into what the government is doing with us, and to us, not with us, to us, and looking around, just what I can see. Like it probably goes deeper. Like I can probably go into JFK and think about Cuba and what Cuba's doing to people and why Miami, or not Miami, why the CIA wanted to go to war with them so bad. I mean, it could have been horrible things they're doing, and it could just it's just such a deep rabbit hole I could go into every time. And I'll try. I'm not saying I'm going to be perfect at this. I'm not saying, that I am going to change any minds. I mean, I'm definitely going to get called stupid because, Jesus Christ, the amount of times I'm probably going to say fucking literally in a serious conversation. If anybody says literally listen or just so much credit is lost. Nobody smart says Tucker Carlson, fucking anybody. Nobody says literally unless, I don't know, certain. But I don't know. I'm just an American with the shittiest, the shittiest education. I graduated Wilson High School, barely. You know what I'm talking about? Barely passed high school. I practically paid for my diploma. Oh, I accidentally almost took a screenshot there. Did you guys see that in the gameplay? And just my speech is definitely not the best. I'm just your average American, honestly. I don't use big words unless I'm trying to actively look like I'm smart. I use more slang than anything. It's sad. It's sad that my whole life that I've just been distracted and not actually actively looking for some kind of education. I haven't been looking for, I haven't been reading books and learning what people around me have been doing to me and, my family. And it's like, it's tough. It really is tough. It's tougher for other people, obviously. Like, I'm not saying, God, my life is horrible. Man, fuck, I'm going to die. Well, we're all going to die. I just want to die at least knowing what happened while I was alive. It's like I'm so interested for some reason. And I have no idea, Chad. Maybe we'll go into that a little bit more. But I have such an infatuation with big word, with the JFK stuff, and I have no idea why. I truly, truly don't know why. He was one of my favorite presidents because he was in stuff like Five, and he just seems so cool. He was such a gangster. I feel like we haven't had a gangster president in such a long time. And when I say gangster, I know it's so corny. It's so fucking corny. This guy saying fucking gangster. But truly, like, JFK was the man. And what other president? Has any other presidents been assassinated? Who other than JFK was killed? What other presidents? I should say. Presidents. Okay, okay, well, yeah, obviously, Abraham. Okay, so 1965. Oh, James. Okay, so we gotta maybe looking at these people. Okay, so yeah, Abraham Lincoln, God damn, was assassinated, bro. How can you forget something like that? Man, it's just 1965 and then 1963. So about 100 years different, we had two presidents. Well, no, there was more than that. James A. Garfield, William Kinley, of course, they were assassinated. But nobody really mentions that. Really? You ask somebody, one of your friends, just go to one of your friends. Hey, James A. Garfield, 1881. What happened? They're going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you, like, what? Who is James A. Garfield? President, 1881, president. What happened to him? Do you know any of the laws or, policies James A. Garfield came? Do you even know any policies your current president is into? No, I don't. What the fuck? We're working at a Publix deli. What the fuck are you asking me? Why are you talking to me about the goddamn presidents? It's important. It's important. And it might not seem like it's important because, you got a bag of Cheetos in your fucking hand, jerking off to hentai, touching a little bean, and life seems bad. Oh, watch this play right here. Oh, hit that bird. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, anyways. See, distractions. That's all it is. They want you to be distracted from what's going on around you. They want you to be so self-involved and hate yourself. I mean, come on, guys. Look, I took a picture. I can't put it up on the screen. I wish I could put it up on the screen of the ingredients of one of my favorite turkey sandwiches at work. Now, any intellectuals will probably know what most of the stuff is, and I'm just going to read off some of the ingredients here. I'm going to start. It starts with Hawaiian roll, so it's a little roll with turkey and cheese, and some mustard, or mustard. So it's mustard, cheese, Hawaiian roll, turkey. That's what's on it. So it starts with Hawaiian roll, then some of it cuts off here, but barley flour, marsin, reduced iron, riboflavin. What's riboflavin? What is riboflavin? Riboflavin. What the fuck is this? Riboflavin is also known as a vitamin B2, is a water-soluble vitamin essential for human health. Okay, it plays a control role in energy production, cell function, and it's found in very few milk, eggs, and green fish. Okay, so riboflavin. It's just that's apparently good for you. So hey, look, there's that. What is Okay, so it says stearoyl lactate. Is that something also good? Let's look at this. Stearoyl lactate. Is Vertel... Okay, so Sodium stearoyl lactate (SSL) is a versatile food additive primarily used in emulsifier and dough conditioner in baked goods, but also found in other products. It's known to improve texture, shelf life, and volume. Uh, ma, ma, ma. Okay, so it says possible concerns: gut microbia. Some studies suggest that SSL may alter gut microbiota, potentially impacting bacterial populations. Pause for sneeze. Oh yeah. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what, but you know, stuff like this, these big words in these foods, it's like I truly don't understand what I'm feeding myself 99% of the time. And it's not good. Fuck, none of it's good. I can tell you right now, I eat like garbage. And does that has to be a factor in why I'm like the way I am. Like my whole life, I don't think I've ever eaten anything good. I've never indulged in healthy eating, you know? Saved myself right there. Look at that. That was good. And I mean, goddamn, I can get into plat, on Overwatch. Hell yeah, I can. Can I get into diamond? Hell no. But will I sit down and read ingredients? Like, and see, this is a rant. I'm on a rant. We started with JFK, and it's okay. It's fine. This is the pilot. I mean, we're gonna have better episodes later. But it's all in a distraction. A distraction to get you to not look. Eat Taco Bell, man. Who cares? You gotta scroll on TikTok later. Just you gotta watch that new show that just came out. Supernatural getting a new season. Yeah, well, eat that Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? That's all they want us to do, and it's slimy, and it's gross, and it's what a punch! Oh my god, I'm sorry, my mic just probably peaked again. What a fucking punch! And I don't know. It's just it's fucked, and I just want to explain to people how fucked it is. I'm not gonna say I can make any change for you. I can't tell you I'm gonna make any proper assessments. But if this allows you to look beyond just scrolling, instead of scrolling that TikTok, um, help me help you learn about something. Whatever you're interested. I'm going to be reading a lot of books on JFK and what was going on in that time period a little bit more. Maybe we can have like a full dedicated episode to JFK instead of me just rambling about the government and what we're eating. But because I want to be knowledgeable. I don't want to have this discussion with somebody who actually knows something and me just ramble off like this. Like, imagine my dumbass talking to somebody who's actually well versed in a topic like sterile lactate, and stuff like that. It wouldn't go well. It would not. I would look like an idiot, and that's fine. I look like an idiot all the time. And God, who do I know who actually knows anything about this? Probably other than my dad, but my dad's a bit older and heavily, intoxicated all the time. So, that's can't be. He's not a trustful source. I love him, love my dad. We're almost 35 minutes into this. He's not gonna listen. He's not gonna listen to this. Who's gonna listen to this? If you're here right now, thank you, but you're not. So but oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not probably ever going to have a conversation. I'm not ever gonna have like Theo Vaughn and have like some kind of presidential fucking conversation with somebody, but I don't know. I just want to know. I hate being left in the dark. I haven't thought my whole life. I mean, how many of us now have an actual original thought? Like the stuff I started with, like I'm regurgitating. Like that's all most of us can say we're doing is just regurgitating information, just saying what somebody else like said, and how can we trust them enough to put their words in our mouths? In my mouth. I don't know. I'm speaking for you guys. You probably don't do it. Yeah, right. Look at that punch. 2 kills right there. You can't see kill feed, but I should probably move that picture. Actually, let me. Can I? I'm gonna just scroll that picture down, maybe, so you can see the kill feed a little bit. Oh yeah, right there. Okay, but I don't know. Us as Americans do a horrible job in keeping up with anything. Us Americans, me American. I have trouble keeping up with anything, and if I can at least, I don't know, start this podcast and learn at the same time how the world works and how it's been working and how it worked before I was born and before our wars. Maybe we'll have. I love World War II. That's not a great war. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people died. I'm not saying, but it's great to understand why we were fighting, when we came in, who we were helping, stuff like that. And then now, future, it could help us have a grip on our life somehow. It could help us. And when I say us, I mean I'm talking about me. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that. I'm not trying to speak for you, even though people probably do all the time. Holy, what a punch! That was a good punch. Um, but I don't know. I just want people to kind of just. You don't have to change your life, and that's not what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not trying to change my life. I'm not trying to make an active change. What I'm trying to do right now is just look. Think. Like I eat those turkey sandwiches near damn daily. 6.90, no, 5.99. 5.99 for 4 sandwiches. They're like little Hawaiian roll sandwiches. And I've been eating those for fucking years. When do you think, oh, what a punch. Respect me, did you see that? When did I read one ingredient on this goddamn thing I eat? And I'll eat that. Some days that is all I will eat. That is all the nutrients my body will get for a day. Is that good? Oh God, no! Jesus Christ, how am I even alive and doing anything right now? It's not good. But when was I? It was last week. Last week I finally read the ingredients on it, and I don't know. It scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It terrified me a tiny bit because it's like my body practically defends on this. Defends? What? What did I just say? My body practically needs a certain substance to live. It needs certain vitamins and certain aspects that I am just not getting. And is that why I don't think? I mean, I haven't been eating better and I've been thinking more, so maybe not. I've just been so distracted. Just distractions. Trying to not better myself, not even close. No bettering myself around here. God. I'm not trying to better myself. I'm just trying to think. And, maybe that would help me devise some kind of plan. Because now, I barely think. I barely eat. And when I do eat, it's terrible. It's garbage, And so maybe if I can, ramble a bit and listen to my own thoughts. Because I'm going to listen to this. I mean, we're already almost, 40 minutes in. I'm going to have to listen back to this. Maybe I can think about some of the weakness, some of the points where I just kind of rambled off about. Maybe I need to learn more. But I don't know. It's just a start. We're starting. We're starting somewhere. You know what I mean? We're starting somewhere. You can't always just be in your own shit all the time. You got to put yourself out there. If anybody's gonna be anybody, you got to put yourself out there. And this is a form of me that I don't think I've ever really put out there. I mean, because again, I'm not smart. I've never claimed to be smart. I feel like I have the capacity in my brain to be smart. I have the attention span to do something like read a book. Not a lot of people can do. I'm not saying I do read books. I haven't read a book since Diary of the Wimpy Kid. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Unless we're counting manga, but manga does not fucking count. If anybody says that manga counts as reading a book, they're fucking, But I haven't read a book since Diary of the Wimpy Kid. Now I can say that as a book. That is definitely a book. Go fuck yourself. Manga's not a book, but Diary of the Wimpy Kid, that's a fucking book. Okay, listen to me. And it's just sad. It's sad to think about all the things I haven't done in 23 years as a 23-year-old male and living in America. Am I gonna blame it all on the government? Absolutely not. I'm gonna blame it on my parents. Gonna blame it on my parents. You know, I didn't know anything. God bless. I still don't know anything. And they were the ones supposed to teach me, and that's okay. I'm a grown adult now. I got to teach myself. I got to learn these things. I doubt my mom would have sat me down and ranted about JFK's assassination for an hour. I doubt she would have ever done that. My dad would have done that. Now, see, he would have done that definitely. He went and got milk when I was 1 years old, so he wasn't around. You know what I mean? I'm back with him. I love him, but it's just these kids these days that are growing up on August 17th, 2025. The babies, you know, all the children that are growing up in this time period can't be happy. Oh, they can be happy, of course. I mean, you sit them in front of Cocomelon. Just sit them in front of Cocomelon. If you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 10, maybe 1 to 8, maybe 10, sit them in front of Cocomelon. See how fast they shut up. They're just brainwashed from birth. Most parents think it's okay. God, and this is where it starts. Most parents think it's perfectly okay as a young mother in their 20s or 30s to give their child formula. Baby formula. Let's look into baby form ingredients. Okay, so already it's just, oh my God. If you are a young 23-year-old woman, no problems, no autism, no diseases, no anything like that, and you're just a regular 23-year-old woman, why are you feeding your kids formula? Them titties work. Pull them out. I mean, the baby wants to see them. Should I want to see them? Pull them titties out. Why are you shy? Why are you insecure? It's your kid. Let him suck on that nipple. Hey, if he got the left one, I got the right one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to see them titties. Hey, free the titty movement. I'm down with that. I'm not a feminist. But, you know what I'm saying? Free the titty. But instead of freeing the titty, instead of doing what your body wants to do. It's why your tits get bigger, girls. I know you know this. I know you know this. What do I know about women? I'll eat. Never mind. Hold on. We go. I'll eat a pussy. I'll eat it up. Do I know the nutrients of what you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. I'll eat the box. I'll munch on that cooter. But do I know what I'm putting in my body? What does this woman eat? You know what I mean? When's the last time she wiped the fucking ass? Do I care? No. I'm munching on that pearl. I'm in it. Do I know this woman? Do I know if she knows about Project Northwood and, the government killing us? Cocomelon, does she know about this? No, she doesn't. She doesn't care. She's going to go home, take this 3-minute wiener. Oh, she's going to take this 3-minute wiener. She's going to go home, and she's going to scroll and tell her friends how bad the wiener was. And she's going to scroll on TikTok for the next 12 hours. So she's got to go into work. You know what I'm saying? What is she eating? It don't got to taste good, girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you're eating. I don't know if you swallow my nut, it's probably not going to be good. It's going to taste like battery acid. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat good. I don't take vitamins. My nut tastes horrible. I wouldn't know that. I'm not sitting here shooting loads in my mouth. But you can make an educated guess. You can make an educated guess just based off what somebody eats. And I'm not sitting here judging nobody. All the women I've been with are perfect. They're great. They slept with me, so maybe not perfect. We want to use a little bit of better language, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm the only one No, I'm not the only one. Obviously, I'm not the only one who knows the world's falling apart. But I feel like I'm the only one around me in my group in my district who really has a will to learn about stuff like this. Because again, most people just don't care. I've been stating that the whole thing. No, most people just don't care. They just want eat their Cheetos, scroll on TikTok, and hate themselves. That's usually what people are doing nowadays. The kiddies. I mean, I'm not saying every generation loves themselves. God, there's probably been generations way more depressed than us, or way less depressed than us. But I feel like people throw around these buzzwords more and more. I mean, who I don't know. God, I wasn't around in the fucking 50s, 70s. Maybe the buzzwords are what we've always been used to. And that's why I want to figure it out. Everybody says they have ADHD. God, everybody thinks they know what ADHD is. Everybody loves to claim they have it. Everybody loves to say everybody has ADHD. But why? Why do we all have this massive problem? Why do we all have this? What have we all been doing? Who's doing it to us? You know, and it's good. It's good to think about. It's not good to freak yourself out and make life harder for yourself because all you want to do is learn. But learn. They weren't going to teach me stuff like this in school. They never were. It's something you really just have to do on your own and really try to figure out your own life because nobody's going to do it for me anymore. Nobody, shit, barely anybody did it to begin with. So why would I want anybody to teach me? Hopefully I can help you guys though. The one or two people who do listen to this, it could help somebody. And I'm not sitting here trying to convince myself. Because I am just a fucking dumbass. Jesus Christ. I've sat here for 47 minutes and practically said nothing. So it's fun though. It's fun to ramble. It really is, and hopefully on the next episode, it'll be more put together, and I'll have an actual understanding of what I actually want to talk about. Because I mean, it's fun. It's fun to talk about something and not have a computer sit right beside you, just fact checking you every couple minutes. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, JFK shot a load. Oh, when did he shoot that load? Let me look. Oh, he shot that load in 19. I'm saying it's not as fun. It's not as fun as just, knowing a little bit and rambling on. But you got to start somewhere, So, cocksuckers, I'm going to call it there. Pilot episode again. I don't want to make it, 2 hours long. If I make it a little bit shorter, somebody might listen. But I'll catch y'all. Peace.